CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Happy Friday, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look right now at today's top stories. Right off the top, with only 4 days until Election Day, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are returning to the all-important battleground states to make a final push for undecided voters. CBS News Miami's Jared Hill reports from Warren, Michigan.
Former President Donald Trump amped up the rhetoric last night about former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney during an event in Arizona.
She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
Cheney, who broke with her party to endorse Vice President Kamala Harris, responded this morning in a post on X, writing, "This is how dictators destroy free nations. They threaten those who speak out against them with death." The CBS News Battleground Tracker shows Trump with a slight edge over Harris in the Grand Canyon state, where he's continued to criticize her on the economy and immigration.
I happen to think that the border is the single biggest issue. I think the border is a bigger issue than inflation.
In Battleground Nevada Thursday, singer and actress Jennifer Lopez joined Harris with a message for Latino voters.
Our pain matters. We matter. You matter.
Latinos make up 22% of the electorate in Nevada and 25% of the electorate in Arizona, where Harris also stumped for the final time yesterday.
We trust women. We trust women.
Today, the candidates turn their attention to the Midwest. Former President Trump is going to hold a rally here in Michigan, a state with a significant Arab and Muslim population that could pull away from both parties.
We would like to have an immediate ceasefire.
The executive director of the Michigan chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations, known as CARE, sees community members struggling with Trump over his stance on Muslims and immigration, but also at odds with Harris over the Biden administration's handling of the war in Gaza.
This is a belief in the community that the Democrats need to be taught a lesson.
Harris is expected to return to the state for one last push Sunday. Jared Hill, CBS News, Warren, Michigan.
And here at home, we wanted to know the mood of voters before Election Day. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten is in Fort Lauderdale with how the voters are feeling right now.
It has been a long and divisive election season. Today, we sat down with the voters to kind of get a sense of how they're feeling as we're getting toward the end of campaigning.
I just try to make my own opinion based on what I know, and it's exhausting, to say the least.
I watched the news, I listened to everything, and I just made my mind up yesterday, and I went and voted.
Coming up beginning today at 5, we'll take a deeper dive into how those folks are feeling, as well as what their thoughts are on the day after. In Fort Lauderdale, Ted Scouten, CBS News Miami.
And make sure to join us next Tuesday, Election Day. We'll have extensive live team coverage of all the key races on air and online. We'll also have a special edition of CBS News Miami starting at 4 p.m., followed by CBS News Miami at 5 and 6. And then at 7, America Decides. Live CBS News coverage all night long right here on CBS Miami. We'll also be tracking all our local races with special coverage on the CBS News Miami stream. Find us on CBS News Miami, Pluto TV, and the CBS News app. And your early voting pictures with your I Voted stickers have been pouring into our newsroom, and we welcome that and want more. Email us at pics@cbsmiami.com. You might see it on air and online and featured in our gallery at cbsmiami.com.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
Right now, a live look outside. Ivan Cabrera, it was a great Halloween. I think Lauren had 2,000 plus trick-or-treaters at her place, and she couldn't be happier.
Legend has it they're still there, waiting for candy. She was only given one piece a person, but you can imagine.
We're going to have to help her out next year.
We'll do that. We're going to start a GoFundMe or something. All right, temperatures in the 80s. What a nice send-off to the weekend here with a mix of sun and clouds, and just a few clouds really not bothering anyone here, and a couple of showers. This is the pattern that we've been in and will continue. We're tracking some across portions of eastern Broward County offshore. That will be coming on in. The change for tomorrow is we're going to have a little slug of moisture depicted nicely here. You see that coming through the Bahamas and pushing in our direction. That's not a solid shield of rain. It's just more moisture available in the atmosphere, and the showers are going to take advantage of that. So tomorrow, rain chances a little bit higher. We're going to go with 30%, and then we'll drop that to about 10 and 20 for Sunday. Sunday, the drier of the 2 weekend days, although tomorrow's not bad at all. It's just we'll get a little more coverage. You'll see that on Next Weather Rain Tracker for the rest of tonight. Isolated showers. If you're stepping out, we're looking good. And then for tomorrow, here comes, again, a little moisture to work with here, so it will be the same setup. Breezy showers coming in, but some of these will be locally heavy as we continue into the afternoon, and then we'll be done with that as we head into a Sunday. We'll get a little less coverage here. We're not going to have as much available moisture, so just a few sprinkles coming in the forecast here. And that's the setup heading into the early part of next week until we perhaps start tapping into the tropics as far as moisture is concerned. So this area we've been talking about now has a 70% tag of it being a tropical depression over the next several days. It's going to be a slow process. That part of it hasn't changed, but the models are still going back and forth on whether this really develops an inner core or whether it's just going to be this open system that just heads into the Gulf with a lot of rainfall, but not much else. We'll take a look at Monday. There's about the position, but you can see it's just this broad low. It is going to be bringing heavy rain to Cuba, and we may start getting involved late Tuesday and heading into Wednesday with more enhanced rainfall here, and we're talking coverage going up to about 40%. So we'll watch that, especially for election day, as we have temperatures here in the upper 70s to lower 80s. It'll still stay breezy, and then as that low south of us and the difference between the high north of us, we're going to be in between. So that's going to set us up for windy conditions now for election day. So that is going to be an issue. And then, of course, rain chances going up, as I mentioned there, by Thursday, and we'll still keep it breezy with temperatures holding in the mid 80s through the end of next week.
Ivan, thanks a lot. Now at 4, an update on the story of a little girl who was accidentally dropped off at the wrong daycare center in West Park yesterday. Turns out the man who dropped off little Malaya was actually her uncle. It's not clear what caused the mix-up, but the child was safe and reunited with her mother. Good to hear that. A South Florida family's plea for help 1 month after their loved one was gunned down. Family members say the victim was a beloved barber and well known in North Miami, in that North Miami Beach community, I should say. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner has our report.
Nothing will bring back this family's loved one, and it's clear that he was deeply loved. But now there is a $5,000 reward for anyone that provides information that leads to an arrest. A mother's cry for help. A sister's plea.
Please, can everybody please just help so we can get justice for my brother?
Her brother, Wilton Mina, a longtime and beloved barber in North Miami Beach, a father to an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old. Mina's wife explained that the kids are not sleeping, asking what happened, something police are asking too. On October 1st.
He worked that evening. He left work, came home. When he got home, it wasn't uncommon for him to go on a rollerblade. He got on his rollerblades and went out to relax, and just get a little exercise in.
North Miami Beach police gave me this new video, which shows Mina leaving his home on his rollerblades moments before he was killed. 2 children on their way to school hours later found Mina and called 911.
We don't have a motive. Nothing in the victim's life would indicate there was a problem that would have caused someone to want to take your life in this manner.
His family desperate for justice.
Can someone please come up? If you saw something, say something. Today is my family. Tomorrow can be yours. That killing was a senseless killing. You will remain anonymous. Please.
You heard what Mina's aunt said. You can remain anonymous. The number to call if you have any information is 305-471-TIPS. That's from Miami-Dade County Crime Stoppers. In North Miami Beach, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Chaos breaking out on Halloween night after a teenager opens fire in a massive crowd. What we're learning about the deadly mass shooting when we come back. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Halloween horror. 2 people are killed, 6 others hurt when gunfire erupts in downtown Orlando overnight. Surveillance video catching the chaos breaking out. Police say a 17-year-old boy opened fire in one area, then opened fire again blocks away. Body cam video shows officers arresting him during the second shooting. Investigators say a 19-year-old and a 25-year-old were killed. It's not clear if the gunman knew them or if this was a random shooting. Imagine spending thousands for tickets to see your favorite superstar, then losing them from your account. That's what happened to Taylor Swift fans on the final leg of her Eras concert tour. Their Ticketmaster accounts were being hacked and the tickets resold on other sites. CBS News Miami's Usher Qureshi looks at this latest round of online ticket theft and how you can protect yourself.
It was, like that gut punch.
Maryland mom Morgan Burney is heartbroken after discovering that the Taylor Swift tickets she'd surprised her daughter with had vanished from her Ticketmaster account weeks before the big night.
The tickets are gone. I can cry a little right now thinking about it. Yeah, it was devastating.
I woke up and my tickets had been successfully transferred.
Her experience echoed again and again on social media in recent weeks.
Our tickets got stolen this morning. And I was like, is there a chance that I'm going to be waiting till the day before the concert? And they told me yes.
A wave of online ticket thefts targeting fans nationwide.
They feel like the company has failed them. What do you say to them?
I would say that we are constantly striving to look at what's going on and improve the experience. The number one tip I could give to fans to protect themselves is to make sure that they have a secure, unique password that they are not using on other platforms.
How long does it take to restore tickets for fans who've reported them missing?
Right now, we're averaging about 48 hours from the point of the fan reaching out to us actually restoring the tickets for them. It's a very small percent, less than 0.1%. But obviously for that one fan who's going through that, it's a really stressful situation.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
With thefts targeting Swift fans especially hard, Ticketmaster is limiting ticket transfers to 72 hours before Eras Tour concerts and requiring two-factor authentication for some transactions.
I'm a huge Swiftie.
Karen Perry paid more than $4,000 on StubHub for 2 seats to see the Eras Tour in New Orleans. Weeks before the concert, she got an email from Ticketmaster saying the tickets she bought had been stolen from someone else, and the company was taking them back.
What went through your head when you read that email?
My heart dropped, like my stomach sank. Like I was at work and I instantly started crying.
Laura Dooley of StubHub says the company found out about its customer thefts not from Ticketmaster, but media reports.
I think if there was a world where, for example, we would see Ticketmaster be more collaborative or more transparent about the problems they're having and how they're attempting to solve those problems, we could be a partner in that effort.
After she unknowingly got stolen tickets, StubHub helped Karen Perry buy new seats, and she saw Taylor Swift last weekend.
We just had the best night of our entire lives, hands down. It was better than my wedding. It was so good.
I'm Usher Qureshi, CBS News.
Good to see that last case had a happy ending. And that's CBS News Miami's Quickcast. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS Miami.